This next mixture problem is quite different than the last couple of problems, not only because we're dealing with solid objects, but because the equations are going to be set up differently. Okay, we're mixing almonds and cashews. I know it's not a liquid, but we're still going to set up our mixing bowls here. And prices and percents go on the top. So we're going to have almonds and cashews, which I will represent by A and C, for $4.98 for the almonds per pound and $6.98 per pound for the cashews. How much of each, that's what we're trying to solve for, must be mixed to produce 16 pounds, that's how much is in our mixture, of a mixture that sells for $5.73 per pound. Notice that this is a rate. Notice that it falls between the other two rates, which kind of makes sense. Now, let's go and multiply top times bottom plus top times bottom as we've done before. 4.98a plus 6.98c equals 5.73 times 16. Notice how this equation has two variables in it. I think it would be a good idea for us to create a second equation because we need two equations to solve systems that have two variables in them. Let's clean this up a little bit by multiplying through by 100 to eliminate these decimals. That will give us a new equation that's easier to read of 498a plus 698c is equal to 9,168. Now I agree that is not probably the set of numbers that you want to deal with, but it is going to happen every once in a while that you've got numbers you don't like. Now there is a second equation we can get by just reading across the bottom. The amount of almonds plus the amount of cashews should add up to 16 pounds. So A plus C equals 16. Now we have two equations with two variables, and this is known as a system of equations. I'm going to put that right at the top of our screen here. This is what we need to solve now. We will be using a method called elimination. We're going to want to cancel out one of these variables. So I'm going to choose to keep the top equation as it is, but multiply that second equation through by negative 498. Let's see what that does. The top equation is going to stay 498a plus 698c is equal to 9,168. But the second equation, when you multiply through and distribute that to each position, gives us negative 498a minus 498c equals negative 7,968. And I've already done that math ahead of time. What we're going to do now is add these two equations together because we've designed it so that we can eliminate the variable a. Those cancel each other out. And adding or subtracting down, we're going to have 200c is equal to 1,200. And dividing both sides by 200, we can find out that c is going to equal 6 pounds of cashews. And we know up here at the top that a plus c is equal to 16. So the a must equal 10, and therefore a is going to equal 10 pounds of almonds. And if you want to check your answer, you can so do so. Notice we do have 16 pounds. We'd actually have to substitute each of these values into the first equation you see at the top of the screen to verify that this indeed is the solution we're looking for.